Hi YouTube, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my Helix or my cartilage piercing. I already have one Helix piercing and I'm going to be doing the other one today. So I'm going to use a 16 gauge needle and a 16 gauge jewelry. I don't know how long the jewelry is, but I know it's long enough for me to keep it in. So I marked the spot. I did my first Helix like a week before I did my second ones. So there is some irritation. You can see like a little white shadow around the piercing, but it's not infected right now, but you know, you can still see some white stuff. But I did mark the spot. I'm not gonna use gloves because they kind of bother me, but I advise that if you're gonna do it at home, use some gloves. Don't do this at home, but if you are, try to use gloves. I did wash my hands. Wash your hands and use gloves. Be sanitary. So I'm remarking it just to kind of get a perfect spot for the piercing. I advise you guys not to do this, but like every other YouTuber, they're gonna say don't do this, but I was one of those watchers who listened to the people tell me not to do it, and I did it. So I know there are gonna be people like me who's stubborn, who's gonna absolutely do it, but make sure you take the precautions. Get you some saline solution. Try to be as sterilized as you can. You're not gonna be super sterilized because you're doing it at home, but if you are, try to take precautions. So I have my clamp and I did put some Vaseline around it and on my needle so it could like pass through the hole easier. I don't know, I researched it and it said it helped. So yeah, so now I'm trying to find the perfect place to put the clamp so I won't have to hold up my ear, so I won't mess up my hand or poke my hand with the needle. So I'm trying to find the perfect spot, but take precautions. Wear gloves, but gloves kind of irritate me. Like, I don't know, wear gloves. Find the perfect needle. Do not use a piercing gun. Use a needle. I use a catheter needle, but yeah, be careful. So my phone was tripping that day. I didn't have enough storage, so it stopped recording. So halfway through my piercing, it stopped recording, and I had to literally keep the needle in my ear halfway through and get my iPad. So I'm on my iPad, so the quality is not that good, but I'm so sorry guys. My phone was just tripping that day. I didn't have storage. So this is why you shouldn't do this at home, because I had to stop halfway through to get my iPad because my phone turned off while I was literally piercing it. Like the most important part, my phone turned off, or like I was poking the needle through and my phone turned off. As for pain, I would rate it like a 3 out of 10. It was like a slight pinch, but it didn't really hurt that much. But it did kind of feel painful, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't something I couldn't handle. Now it's the hardest part of this whole ordeal, and is poking the jewelry through the piercing hole. This is why I like to use these type of needles, because it has like a plastic tube that you could keep in. But this is the hardest part. It literally took me 15 minutes just trying to poke this jewelry through. It was so hard for no reason, but I finally got it through after like 15 minutes, after playing with it, bothering it. Like it was really hard. And this is why you should do it. You should not do this at home, because a lot of things could go wrong when you keep this plastic tube or even like the needle tube in your ear. A lot of things could go wrong for too long. So make sure you go to a professional or be really quick with it. But me, it took me so long. The jewelry dropped on the floor. See, it was just a mess. It was a mess, but I don't regret it. But at last I got the jewelry through, and now it's time for the second hardest part of the ordeal, and that is screwing the ball. It wasn't too bad. It took me about five minutes, but it's still a long time. If you go to a real piercer, it's not going to take them that long. very professional. But yeah, I did record this like 3 weeks ago and did this piercing 3 weeks ago. So yeah, my piercing so far has been doing well. I clean it every day with the Neomed saline solution, and it's been doing well. You know, it still kind of hurts. I sleep on it sometimes now. But right after I pierced it, I put the Neomed on it, and every single day I do the same. But yeah, if you're gonna do this at home, take the precautions. Yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Support the channel and get you some saline solution. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever, and get you some saline solution.